What kind of tools are in your toolbox? In today's episode, Brooke, the tool woman Taylor, and I are going to be discussing our top 5 tools that we're using right now. So if you're looking for new tools to put in your toolbox, this episode is for you. Hey, lady bosses, are you working even after putting the kids to bed but still not getting results?
Are you tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting engagement?
Do you feel burdened that you aren't fulfilling your purpose in life because you are so consumed with work?
I'm your host, Brooke Boltz. I'm an attorney and founder of Boltz Legal. I started my business and in 1 year was bringing in 7 figures and am now bringing in multi-7 figures.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel Boltz, owner of Boltz Media. I've helped many businesses build their online presence and increase their revenue through digital marketing.
Want to hear how we did it?
We are here to help you achieve your goals personally, professionally, and spiritually.
So kick off your high heels, sit back, and let's ignite that passion.
We're Miss Biz, where we're putting the miss in biz.
Let's get biz done. As busy business owners, we are always looking for ways and opportunities to make life easier. And we live in such an amazing time for building business right now because there are online tools that are just fascinating and incredible with the way that they can take tasks that used to take us hours and hours to complete and that we can now do with the help of these tools so much more efficiently and effectively. So we wanted to share with you the top 5 online tools we're using right now in our businesses, which hopefully will help you as well in your business. So what's one that you're using, Rachel?
Well, probably one of my favorite and most highly used programs is Canva. I use Canva for literally almost everything. You can make brochures, you can make gift certificates, you can edit videos on there, you can add audio that is copyright free if you have the paid version of Canva. And you can make interactive files to where you are generating a QR code onto whatever that you're creating and put it on there. I've made logos using Canva. And probably one of the top things that I use it for is social media posts. So even if you are not a graphic arts designer or you don't have that much experience in technology or using these types of programs, they make it very simple for you to use because they have templates where you can upload your photos. You can even upload your own audio if you want to use your own audio. You can add transitions. You can add your branding to the palette so that it will automatically make things into your branding colors. The options are just limitless. So Canva is something that I highly recommend because it's so versatile. And there's a free version of it that you can use. Now, the options are a little bit limited in terms of copyright-free images or copyright-free music, but it is relatively cheap. And if it's going to be something that you need for your business, that is my number 1 recommendation just because you can do so much with it.
Do you remember those books that were called Real Estate for Dummies or Investing for Dummies? Canva is graphic design for dummies. And that's what I love about it, because before I learned of Canva, Canva was life-changing for me, honestly, because anytime I needed some type of artwork for social media or for anything, I would have to go to one of the graphic artists that I work with and say, can you design this for me? And even something as simple as the invitation to my kid's birthday party, I made that myself this year.
Woo!
And last year, actually.
And it looked good too.
It looked fabulous. I mean, humble brag, but it looked fabulous. So Canva is so user friendly. Photoshop, for example, which is what the pros use, I cannot figure out Photoshop to save my life. But Canva, without any instructional videos, without any tutorials, without anyone guiding me at all, I just went to canva.com and started fidgeting around and figured out how to do it on my own. And the first several things that I made were free. And then I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade to get the additional tools. So Canva, hands down, anything artistic, you can do it in a really, really quality way.
Absolutely. And there are so many pre-made templates that you can search. So for example, if you own a plumbing company, right, you can type select the type of design that you want. So if you want an Instagram post, for example, you can select that option. And then in the template search, you can look for plumber, and it will automatically generate all these templates that you can use.
The templates are excellent. I mean, just take my word for it. If you haven't used Canva, check it out. It will change your life when it comes to making quality social media posts or invitations or really anything artistic. Now, second online tool that I recently started using, and I really like it a lot. And let me first tell you why I had a need for this program. In my business, and as a reminder, I'm an attorney, I have a law firm. We have a lot of organizational tools for handling our cases. We have a software system that we use where we, organize things, and just everything is named and has its place, and everything is just really formulaic and systematic. But when it comes to marketing, everything is just all over the place. I've got one person working on editing the social media videos, one person working on the podcast editing, got someone doing graphic arts, someone designing billboards, like just everything is all over the place. And I just have to try to remember who's doing what and when things are due. And I started looking for a way to organize it into one place. And that's when I was introduced to Trello, Trello. So Trello is a free program, and I have not upgraded Trello currently. I'm still using the free version. And what it allows you to do is to create, they're called boards. And you create a board. I have one that's called Boltz Legal Marketing, and then I have another board that's called Miss Biz. And so I can go in there and create a card inside the board that says, for example, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. And then inside those episodes, I can make checklists of, okay, record the podcast, then edit the podcast, then upload it to Podbean, then create social media clips, all the little steps that go along with producing and finalizing a podcast. I can make the checklist inside of these cards on the board inside Trello. And then I can invite all the members of my team to that board, and they can go in and check off their respective parts of that checklist. And when they do, everyone will get an alert that says this has been done, etc. And then you can move the board from the to-do column to the done column, and now it's done and it's off of your list. So Trello has been a really great tool for just organizing all the different aspects of your marketing plan.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I love Trello because it is a nice, clean space for you to keep all of the different things that you need to do. Before, I would just tell Brooke, just email me. Don't message it to me because it'll get lost in the thread somewhere. Just email me and I will get it done. And I would get it done, but opening each one of these emails, here and there, and then I've got, about 25 emails that came in between this one and that one. With Trello, I have one organized place where I can really, with the mindset, say, okay, I'm going to tackle these tasks and I can get them done X, Y, and Z very quickly because I'm not having to search search for them. I'm not trying to hunt for them or spending excess time trying to get them done searching for whatever it is that I need to do. We have everything right there, and it makes it super simple to use.
And everybody can see what other people have completed, where we are in the process. So if we're writing a blog, for example, we can write, here's the blog. You can actually attach the article or the artwork to the card so you can see the full thing. I can approve it within Trello, and then we send it to the website maintainer to upload it to the website, and then we check off that that's been done. Then once it gets uploaded, we check it there. So it's just the workflow is in one place, and everybody knows where we stand and what needs to be done next. So Trello, I highly recommend it. It just, especially for marketing, you can use it for any part of your business, really. My husband uses it in his video game business to assign tasks to the different members of the team. I was originally introduced it to my friend who has a screen print business where they screen print t-shirts, and they use it to assign tasks to the different members of their team. So it really can be used for any business, but you can also do the marketing component of it, which was what was missing for me.
And you can add comments on there. It's a great communication tool because, like, for example, if someone creates a image and they want Brooke to review it, she can be like, well, that smile is really creepy. And then the person can communicate back by adding an additional comment like, I'm going to fix it. I'll have it ready for you by X.
That's an actual comment I made, actually. I think I said sus. I said
yes.
That smile's a little sus.
If you enjoy the Miss Biz podcast but still have questions or need advice, we have some exciting news for you. Join us for Miss Biz Connects. Miss Biz Connects is a weekly 1-hour Zoom call on Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This is 1 hour each week dedicated to you. We want to meet you and put our brains together to help you grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
To access the meeting link, visit us on our social media pages at Miss Biz Podcast or send us an email to missbizpod@gmail.com.
Join us this Friday and let's grow the Miss Biz Nation. So what's another online tool that you like?
Loomly. So in terms of content schedulers for your social media, Loomly by far is my favorite. I've used them all. And Loomly not only works very effectively, but I believe it has like the most options available for you. So you can schedule post to automatically go on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. You can even do Snapchat if you want to. And there's a couple other different options there as well. So it's very versatile in terms of the variety of platforms that you can post on. It's relatively cheap. You pay per channel that you want to connect to, but it saves so much time by just uploading a image or a video, writing the caption out, selecting your hashtags, and you only have to upload it once. And then you select all the different channels that you want it to go on, instead of having to manually upload them one by one onto each platform. So for me, Loomly was a big game changer because I can get more done in a shorter period of time, and it is well worth I think I paid $33 a month or something very minimal like that. It's well worth it to me.
I mean, how many hours do you think you save by being able to use Loomly a month?
Oh, a ton of hours, especially with some of these videos that you have to upload, because sometimes depending on the file size, it can take a while for it to upload. So if you're doing that times 8 platforms, that's going to be a good chunk of time just for one post. And if you have multiple videos that you're posting a week, you just take that, multiply that, and then if you even go a step further and multiply it by the days in the year, you can see, wow, I wasted hours of my life just by simply uploading a post, and I could have been using that time to hop on a discovery call with someone, or plan out a marketing strategy, or what my next quarterly goals are.
And Loomly, if you want to look it up, is spelled Loomly.
Yes. And it has the option to where you can schedule stories, you can schedule reels, and you can schedule posts. Not all of the scheduling tools offer the ability to upload something as a reel. And reels are really big and really important for reaching people who are outside of your following.
The next online tool that I have recently learned of and started using, but is a massive time saver, is called WritePanda AI. So Write is WRITE, Panda AI. And this is a multi-purpose tool. For what I'm using it for is for the podcast videos. You can upload a YouTube link. You just copy and paste the YouTube link from your video. For us, it's the podcast link, but it could be any YouTube video that you've made. And I think there's probably other formats of videos you can put in, or even just audio. But you just type the link there, or paste the link, and click a button, and it will create for you 10 proposed titles that are SEO keyword maximized or optimized. It will create a proposed blog that you could use summarizing the content of your video. It will create a proposed email that you can send out by email to your email list summarizing the content. It will create a transcript of the entire recording of the podcast. And it does it with great precision and lack of error. Like, I read the whole transcript and I found a couple of minor errors, but nothing significant at all. I was shocked at how accurate it was. So, and in addition to that, it'll create clips, mini clips for you that you can use for social media. From your long form video, it'll create, a handful of shorter clips that you can edit to also use for social media. So it was recommended to me by another podcast person, and I checked it out and was just really blown away at all the tools that are available in one spot and how much time and money it can save me.
I personally cannot wait to use this. Brooke just showed me this yesterday. So if you look at our page and you look at our social media postings, I have been manually doing everything ever since we started the podcast. And I've been the one creating everything, manually editing the videos and creating all of the images and like all of our email marketing campaigns. So I am so happy and excited to have this resource available just to help save that time. Mm-hmm. So I cannot wait to use it. It
also gives you timestamps when you talk about different subjects. So if you, for example, know that you want to create a social media clip on topic X, but you don't want to scroll through the whole video to try to find where you talked about that, it'll tell you. It'll say at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, that's where it started. And you can go straight to it and clip that portion of that topic and create a social media video from it. It also allows you to adjust the view of the video. So for Rachel and I, we could put it in vertical mode, which is what's best for social media, and it put our pictures on top of each other. So you could see both of our faces, but it's taking up the whole vertical screen, which was nice because a lot of times, because we record it horizontally, when we put it on a vertical screen, it's like we're in the center of the screen and there's a black bar above us and a black bar below us. So this will allow our faces to cover the whole vertical screen, and it'll be just more visually appealing to people who are scrolling through on their phones.
I've got 99 problems, and the scams are definitely one.
I'm apparently a magnet for scams. I've been scammed twice this week. This one was completely unexpected. I received an email on my business email account from one of my employees, and the email address had her full name as the sender. It said, "I've changed banks. Could you please update my payroll account to deposit into this new bank account?" Seemed reasonable enough to me, and I didn't question it. So I went into the payroll program, switched the bank account information, and only because I had a small clarifying question did I send her a message. When I sent her the message, she said, "What are you talking about?" Turns out it wasn't her. She didn't ask for her account to be switched. It was a scam. So be on the lookout and don't make this mistake.
And another benefit that I see is specifically for YouTube. So if you have the transcript right there, then you can enter in the captions as long as you've reviewed it and make sure like there's no errors like Brooke had mentioned. But that's going to save you so much time versus listening to a 30-minute episode or a 10-minute clip and then manually typing everything out. If you have that transcript, then you can automatically put in the captions into YouTube. Or if you upload the video as, for example, like an educational piece, YouTube will ask you to timestamp everything and tell them like what you are teaching them in what section. So once you have that written out, then you can essentially just copy and paste it and put it into YouTube. And then that's going to help increase your visibility and discoverability as well. So I can't wait to use this.
Oh, and that's another point. We have a program we were using to add captions to our clips, but this automatically puts the captions there. So I don't now have to pay a separate program to add captions to the videos that I put into Right Panda. It does it automatically. So that's another feature of it that is very helpful. So what's another tool you like?
So another tool that I love is VideoLeap. So VideoLeap is so cool. It's a paid subscription, so you pay, I think it's $10 a month or something relatively inexpensive. But if you don't have a lot of video editing skills, this is a great tool for you. It's going to save you so much time. You can pick different templates that you want to use. So if you have 5 video clips that you want to somehow merge together, you can auto edit it to where you select the 5 clips, and then it's going to show you different recommended templates for you to use with music, transitions, and it's going to give you options to choose from. Or you can just scroll through and look to see what's trending, something relative to your industry. So if you own a spa, you can search it up by spa. You can look at the different templates and be like, I really like that. I'll make it work with whatever video clips that I have. You upload them. You can highlight specific areas of the video. You can, if you're like, oh, I don't like that video at all, or I uploaded the wrong one, you can replace it. You can zoom in on it. And then what you can do is you can download it, and then you can edit it to add captions on there. If you want to add stickers, if you want to add sound effects, there's just so many different options. If you have an intro or an outro, you can add that. You can even add your own audio to it, which is really cool. So that is something that you can use with the pre-made templates. But then what's also a benefit of using VideoLeap is you can create your own video entirely from scratch. And it's super easy to use. The first thing it's gonna do is it's gonna ask you what frame you want. Is this video going on YouTube? Because that's gonna be a horizontal frame. Or is this video going on TikTok? Because that's a different, dimension than for Facebook. So it's gonna ask you what platform is this video going on? And then from there, you can manually upload whatever video clips that you want. You can add transitions where you want to. You can trim them. You can add all kinds of different visual effects. So if you want to zoom in on something very specific, you can zoom in on that. If you want to zoom out, you can zoom out. You can add like GIFs to it. There's so much that you can do to really make it your own. Or even like if you're doing a screen sharing thing and you want to block something out, like you want to block somebody's personal information out, you can add an overlay to it that's, will blank it out so that it's not showing any confidential information. It is so cool. And if you don't have a lot of tech skills just starting out, it's a great platform for you to get started.
And I'll say the videos that Rachel creates on VideoLeap have great music options, because that's something I've seen with other platforms for video editing is their music is just kind of meh. Like it's not very exciting music. But the videos that you make on VideoLeap always have really great music that just fits well with the content.
Yeah, so like the templates, they'll come with a song already pre-selected, and the way that the video is timed, like the video will often go with the music, which is something that's really cool. And if you were manually trying to do it, would take you forever to do it. I will caution you though that you do have to be careful, because if it's copyrighted and you try to upload it, I mean, you whatever platform it is, Facebook or whatever, they'll hide your video from being used. So I will tell you that to be very careful with that, especially if you're a business and you have a brand, because there are some potential copyright issues, even though you are paying for this program. However, when you make your own video, like from scratch, you have a whole database of songs that you can choose from with copyright-free music. So there are copyright-free music options available to you.
We're all about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case.
At Boltz Legal, we are all about your case. Text or call to schedule a free consultation for all your legal needs. boltzlegal.com. Nice. So those are our top 5 online tools we're using right now, but I wanted to just quickly tell you also about ChatGPT and the purpose that I use it for. I know that most people probably already know about ChatGPT. If you don't, it's a how do I even describe it? It's a program that's free that writes incredible content, like really well-written content. If you give it direction, you tell it, for example, write a happy birthday message to my grandmother who is turning 93, who's really sweet and kind, and also, spunky, and hit send or enter, and it'll write just the most eloquent birthday card you could hope for. In most cases, better than we would come up with ourselves. There's a lot of controversy around ChatGPT, but the purpose that I use it for, I want to share because I think that this could be helpful to a lot of people. I use it to help with the creative process. So for example, we're trying to come up with some new taglines and slogans for Miss Biz. So we went into ChatGPT and told it some of the parameters, some of the keywords that we were liking. I said I want a three-word phrase, and I wanted to use modern, even slang language, and I wanted to give this message. And it gave me a list of 10 slogans. And I went through and I didn't love any of the 10 slogans, but I did find a word that I liked. So then I resubmitted it and said, use this word. And then it gave me 10 more options utilizing that word. So I just keep doing it to refine the process, and also my own creativity is mixing in with the ideas that I'm getting from ChatGPT so that I can eventually get to the place where I have the aha, yes, that's it, that's perfect. And this is something that you can't do with Google or Bing or Internet Explorer. You can't just get these immediate, targeted ideas to just help your creative thought process. So that's what I use ChatGPT for. Every time I have to come up with some new creative idea. We're doing a trunk or treat event with the firm with some other local businesses, and we wanted to come up with a catchy title for it. And I had some direction on what I wanted to do, but I didn't have it precisely, so I put in the ideas that I had, and ChatGPT gave me a whole bunch of new ideas. So I just use it as a tool to give me new creative ideas and just keep refining the process to get down to that ultimate perfect title or slogan or whatever it is that I'm coming up with.
Yeah, I agree. ChatGPT has its benefits for like what Brooke is talking about with like brainstorming very specific creative ideas. I will say you really have to take some time to prompt it correctly. Tell it who you are, what you do, different things that you're trying to capture, whatever your objective is. And you can tell it to write you 10 different options, and then you can continuously refine it. You can say, well, I would like it from a more conversational tone, or I would like it to be more clever or more punchy, or I like this word replaced with that word. So it is really good for generating new ideas. In terms of copywriting, it's my personal opinion, and this may be an unpopular opinion, I don't know, but it's my personal opinion that you can never replace a human when it comes to copywriting, just because, well, for a couple different factors. SEO, you can essentially have AI do a lot in terms of SEO, but there is a very specific skill. Things change all the time too. So what is popular this month might not be popular next month. And if the AI tool hasn't been updated like it should be, then you're going to be using information that's out of date. But two, the more that people use ChatGPT and other AI platforms, the more similar that everything is going to start sounding. People are going to be basically posting the same thing that it's received from whatever information it's been feeding. So I really feel like you can never replace that human element in terms of copywriting, because they're always going to be able to add a uniqueness factor that AI might not always be able to generate. Although some of the stuff it comes up with is pretty good. I have to give credit where credit is due. But in terms of generating new ideas, it can really help you get in that creative mindset where it may generate a response and you may not be in love with it or married to it, but it's going to spark a different idea. And you're going to be like, okay, well, that response I received wasn't perfect, but now I know which way I want to go with it. So it is a very effective tool.
So there you have it. Those are our top online tools that we're using right now, and hope you found this helpful.
We appreciate you and are honored to be on this journey with you. We can't wait to help you, to encourage you, and show you how to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
If you found Miss Biz helpful, please leave a review and share with others.
You can follow us on social media at Miss Biz Podcast.
For legal questions or services, please visit boltzlegal.com.
And for digital marketing needs, please visit boltzmedia.com. Let's get biz done.